Hi guys, today we'll be talking about Italy, more specifically northern part of Italy. So, if you can just be quiet and let me talk, we'll be fine.
Yo, Barack, why Italy? Why not America? America is such a better country.
Shut up, Orange Man. I don't care about you. Anyway, I'm going to start my presentation.
Oh, look, Obama. That banana's you.
Oh my God! Shut up, Trump! Well, anyway, since Italian is a Romance language, just like most Romance languages, Italian also ends words with a vowel. And just like English, it follows a subject plus verb sentence structure. And that idiom in the corner means that you roll up in a banana because you're embarrassed. Just like you, Trump.
Obama, what are you talking about? I'll let you know. I will make America great again this following election.
Anyway. So some customs in Italy, the less emphasis on dating culture than in America, for example. Their dating culture involves fewer sexual activities like partying and putting drugs into people's drinks, along with smoking weed. And people tend to date longer since they don't want to rush into relationships. And when becoming married, they tend to happen in the bride's hometown. Completely different than America, where people rush to have bedroom gymnastics.
You coo. What are you talking about? America has the best dating culture. We go out to eat burgers and hot dogs, then go back to my home. And we have more fun than those Italians will ever have. I know a good friend who did that once.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So apparently Trump and Obama got shot and had to go. So, I'm just gonna take over from here. So, don't mind if my presentation bad. I'm being forced to do this by my master. So, in Italy, coffee places are typically used as greeting places for people to meet up over coffee. In America, they try to do that, but it's usually not in a coffee shop. It mostly happens in the homes of older folks. They usually get coffee just to more specifically get their daily dose of caffeine and get out, and something special about coffee places in Italy is that they tend to be bars at night. If this was America, then we would see people drunk every second of the day. While Italy has baristas that try to master their craft for their entire lives, to make their coffee look and taste good, America uses coffee more as a profit tool. This is emphasized by the bigger portions the U.S. has, while everything in America is bigger in general, but for the size comparison, Italy has 5-ounce bottles while the U.S. has 4 times that with 20-ounce bottles.
So in Italy, specialization jobs are popular. An example of this is a barista. So people will spend their whole lives becoming baristas, and even then, after becoming a barista, they will spend their whole lives trying to make their perfect coffee. While in Italy these jobs seem special, but in America they're more seen as unskilled jobs. Italians usually enjoy more vacation days and have more public holidays. And also they have social benefits, including healthcare and social security, which the government funds. We don't talk about American healthcare. In Italy, there's more prevalence of older homes built in the last century than in America, where there are more built in the last few decades. Despite having homes that were built in the last century, Italy tends to enjoy its urban architecture a lot, while America has more of its suburban architecture. Examples of urban architecture include skyscrapers, tall buildings, and hotels. Italy's houses tend to be made with stone, brick, and terracotta. Compared to America, they're made of wool, woven mules, and synthetic composites, which include the notorious drywall. This makes it so that when you try to punch a wall in Italy, you'll probably break your wrist, unlike the drywall in America. Even though Italy is a majority Catholic state with 86%, only 17% of those go to church. This is different for America, since 43% of Americans go to church, with a much more diverse portfolio of religions. And Italians that go to church usually focuses on the ideas from the Enlightenment age that stuck around, such as religious tolerance and optimism. Beyond religions, Italians believe in altruism, which is the help from others, and that stems from Confucianism. Compared to America, they focus on individualism, which is the opposite of altruism. Since 2020, the gap between the poor and rich has drastically increased. This could be partially attributed to inflation. Since inflation forces the price of products to go up higher, poor families struggle for essentials to survive while the rich, whose needs are already met, don't have to go through this problem. Pretty similar problem to the US, the rich are mostly made up of ethnic Italian males. At the same time, other groups, such as women, don't earn as much money. Speaking of women, women do have trouble usually entering the job market, and even if they do, or even if they did, they are underrepresented in politics and blocked from top management positions. This is similar to America, where women in America experience all these problems too, so they're not much different, aren't they? Northern Italy doesn't have a much defined family structure. But historically, it would be males that would have authority from oldest to youngest. Then, it would be from females from oldest to youngest. And they would all typically live under one roof. But today, it's gone down to a typical two-parent and one or two children, with the dad usually assuming the leadership role. This is similar to America, where we have the same structure. In Italy, the most popular sports are hiking and biking. This is different from America, where America enjoys a more diverse amount of sports such as basketball, football, and soccer, along with biking and hiking. Not like something that Trump would do. On paper, men and women do have equal rights, but women usually do more household jobs and chores while men are the breadwinners. But even after getting through the hardships of getting into the job market, they tend to get lower wages than men. Some basic etiquette in Italy, in northern Italy, is when friends and family meet, they usually kiss each other on the cheek. While not exclusive to northern Italy, it's something that we Americans would find weird. When an older person enters a room, you stand up and try to fix your clothes to seem tidy and be respectful. When yawning or sneezing, they usually cover their mouths. They remove hats from indoors, which is similar to America, where we are also advised to take hats off indoors. And you don't need to be on time. So, when you say you want to meet up at 7 o'clock, they're generally expected to meet up at 7:30. Whereas in America, if you plan to be there by 7:30, then you better show up at 7:30. And then men typically open doors for women, and young people should open doors for the elderly. So, some main music genres in northern Italy are pop, folk, and rock. This is kind of different from America, where they usually mainly listen to Taylor Swift pop while people watch Kendrick Lamar for rap. Some examples are the popular Italian music are Funicular Up and Funicular Down, and also My Sunshine. I better leave before the FBI catches me for blasting the presidents. I hope I didn't put my voice changer on too late.
Why is it so long? Screw you, Joel.